welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate in Final Fantasy podcasts. Guys, this week is our best of 2018 special shout out to our good friend, great friend of the program, Justin. He helped gather all of the clips for this year, his favorite moments. So, I mean, you know, if you like this episode, you can thank him. If you don't, well, you can tweet him at PickleThing on Twitter. He does a horror media podcast called Here's Johnny, with another one of our listeners, who actually, oddly, his co-host lives in Salt Lake. Well, in Utah, northern Utah. I'm not sure if it's exactly up there. But so here is his best of 2018 moments. Thank you so much to you, and thank you to everyone else who's helped us put these best of podcasts together. It's been quite the journey, and it's been quite the task slapping all these things down. So we really appreciate you guys throwing in the work and helping us knock this thing out. So thank you again to Justin, and guys, enjoy the episode.
And by the way, the amount of information you're
somebody
going
in a
to,
wheelchair.
The amount of information you're going to retain through this thing is almost nothing.
Yeah, they might as well just be going.
blah, 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 blah.
Wait, is Noctis in a wheelchair? What the shit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's lame.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you. I'll be here all week, guys. Despite what Caleb Schweiss wants.
This movie was directed by the same guy who did
Advent Children. I think he did do, at least last time we watched this movie, I noticed, I was like, oh, I think he did a better directing job. Like, it wasn't as, like, crazy as Advent Children is. It's a little bit more clear.
I feel like stabbing her was unnecessary when she was already on fire.
What is it with Final Fantasy guys and just standing in flames when they're doing their evil stuff? Like, do they feel the flames? Like,
They
be
love,
like, ooh, let's get out of here. It's hot.
they love flames. I don't know.
Like a prepubescent girliness mixed in together is disgusting. Like, makes me want to puke whenever I turn the fucking game on.
Yeah, it is exactly that. It is exactly what a nerd, or what. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you a nerd.
Pedophile.
What a man who has not much, who doesn't have a whole lot of experience around women, thinks that women would do. I would say that.
Fucking weird.
Because no one acts. As far as I know, they don't act or dress or do the things that the characters in Final Fantasy X to do. So it's not fair.
It's like, it's not because it's girly. It's not because it's like,
not girly either.
It's not womanly because it's not like, oh, it's not like me watching Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I don't start throwing up in my mouth as soon as that movie is on.
Yeah, we didn't have problems with Horizon Zero Dawn because of the strong
like
female
there's
lead.
Femininity. It's pervy girliness. It's the pink Legos mixed with
Like a Bratz
Japanese porn. It's disgusting.
They act like the idols' personalities.
Yeah, it's not girly. That's the thing. It isn't a girly game.
They're acting like the idols are forced to act like in Japan.
Are forced by their managers to act like, yes.
Yeah, these aren't real people.
It's
here.
fucking disgusting. It's just a disgusting sloth of grossness. I'm not very eloquent today. Fuck off. I don't care. It's gross. It makes me sick.
It makes me cringe.
It hurts my soul, yeah.
Well, when I cringe too much, my stomach gets in knots, and then I have stomach problems.
And that
does, in fact, make me sick.
And that's why
I had to stop playing it for a little bit.
And that's why it's so low. Like, and it's the first 20 minutes where it's the worst. It's brutal.
Oh, you think that's the worst?
Followed by the massage, and then, oh, I know who's got it going on.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't really get better until the end.
I don't know why I had to defend myself and why I'm disgusted by 10-2.
Yeah.
It's because of it. It's gross. It's meh.
Yeah,
I
we
hate that game.
not a fan.
I played it for an hour and I hate it.
It's worse than 10, isn't it? It's
Barely.
way worse than 10.
Barely. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here.
Barely. Come on.
What can I do for you?
Are you kidding me? That's single-handedly worse than anything that 10 could possibly throw at you.
No.
What? Get the
What's
fuck
worse
out.
than that?
All of Seymour.
No.
Dude, his voice
Yes.
is the fucking weirdest thing ever.
You're just turned on and you don't like it.
No. And
It's
you know
okay.
what? You know what's sad?
It's okay, Craig.
I honestly think
The
Seymour
plunging
is the best
neckline.
character.
Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Seymour is the best character.
What about Orange?
He's also right. He's the most right character.
God, I hate talking to you. I hate it. I hate everything you
You're
stand
just
for.
counterculture now.
No, dude.
It used to be cool, but now it's not.
No, dude, I'm serious.
Your neighbor's cement pad, both of them, and then I look at yours and I'm like, one of these people is the white trash people look down on in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, because they could see over the
And I
fence.
think it's the guy who lives
Well,
here.
they can if they step out onto their little stair thing.
Fuck them.
Dude, my family is the family. My parents have the dog that has no discipline, so it just barks all night. Right?
Oh, and you're calling me out on my weeds.
No, hold on. I had to be like,
You know how many times my weeds wake me up?
I had to say
Only
to my
once.
parents, I'm like, we're those neighbors, right? They're like, we know.
Did your dad go out and end it?
No, they love the dog too much. My parents have become softies since I left the house. It's
You live there.
infuriating.
You
Fuck off.
left the house.
Gone for 6 years, came back.
Oh, okay.
It's different. Fuck you.
It's not living at home. It's
See,
just staying at
This
home.
is the thing that pisses me off because I went back for reasons. I didn't just stay. I didn't just go there to stay. Fuck you. I was out at 18. Go fuck off. Okay? Some people don't leave until they're like 30 or their parents die. So don't rope me in with those people. I was gone for 6 years and then I needed to finish up college and my car broke down and I didn't have a car anymore. And you can't not have a fucking car in this state. So fuck off. Fuck you.
Get buses.
Fuck you.
had
Oh,
two-
yeah, buses. When was the last time you rode UTA?
Before I had a car. So a long time ago.
I had
A
a car.
very long time ago.
I had a car.
Shouldn't have killed it.
I didn't fucking kill it. My work killed it. The thing that was keeping me from moving back into my parents' place.
Wouldn't that be you killing it, though? Because you could have gotten another job.
I don't.
It's manslaughter. You manslaughtered it. That's what you did. It was negligence, but not intentional homicide. You killed it on
Yeah,
accident.
manslaughter sounds way worse than just homicide.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, it's like you slaughtered him.
So
There's slaughter is like
there's murder and then there's manslaughter.
Yeah, when you slaughter a pig, you hang it up by its feet and you gore it. Like you just drain its blood. That sounds way worse than just homicide or murder. That sounds like chill in comparison.
Yeah.
I strung him up. Manslaughter.
I'm deeply disappointed in our audience that has played Tactics Advanced that they did not tell us what they think of this game. Although some people I was streaming last week. I know there's at least one dude who's like, it's like his
the only
favorite
fucking game he's played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aldwin, I think.
Yeah,
is his
and
name.
you're like, oh, how come you had trouble on the last boss? It's like, oh, because I didn't have my fucking handheld to the game. I was
what
like,
are you
all right,
talking about?
all right, now, Caleb, now you
All right.
you need to do this.
That guy did not help me
All
in that final fight. He really didn't.
right, the final fight, fine. Really, the only thing that helps you is fucking RNG in that thing.
Do you want tell the audience just what you have done in the last 24 hours?
Well, mostly grabbing my knees and pulling them to my chest and just like quiet screaming in my room at like 4:30 in the morning. That happened multiple times. I thought I was gonna like shit myself because I was like really clenching. I was like, motherfucker! Ah! I was getting Joe mad. I was like, this is sick. The fucking cutscene is like an hour, and the fucking everyone's little moves take forever, and then like the game, because it's it's random. Like nothing is 100% right. Nothing is a certain hit. Nothing is 100% in this game. So like sometimes I'll get hit a shitload, and sometimes I won't get hit a shitload. It's like the very beginning of the fight. Like chick walks up, assassin. She takes a swing at me after I move to the one square that I always move to because I know she's going to come over, and I've got counter with 2 swords on, and I'm like, I can kill her. But 50% of the time, she'll hit me for a shitload. The other 50% she'll miss. And then 50% of the time, I will miss both of my counterattacks. And then the other 50% of the time, I'll fucking destroy her with the counter and kill her in one go. And so it's like this toss-up at all times. And then right after that, there's another ninja guy that comes over and does like 40 damage to me, and I'm like, I've got like 6 health immediately in this fight. Immediately, the moment I step into the ring, like, don't even get like the little cutscene where the characters are shit talking to each other. It's just I'm almost dead, and my guy's like, yeah, come at me. So that's what I've been doing in the last 24 hours. I knew
How much sleep did you get?
Yesterday, the night before last, I got 4 hours.
Nice.
And last night I got about 2.
And you've got a whole day of recording ahead of you.
An entire day of recording, and then
okay, you'll have all your energy for this show, and then you'll slowly die throughout the day.
yeah,
that?
until I'm just snoring on the guest thing we're doing later.
Yes.
Like, what do you think about this song?
Back.
You buy it for us. It's one thing.
And then, of course, Schweiss smacked his girlfriend's kid pretty hard.
Oh, yeah. He was showing me. So he just barely got back from Disney World, and I was watching him, and then, like, he was kind of doing his own thing, and I was fishing, and I like, did a cast, and I connected with something, and he was like, he made a little noise, and I was like, what the? Pulled the headset off, and I, like, hit him in the face with the controller, and he's all getting sad, and, like, and then, of course, the audience was, like, ratting me out to somebody. I can't remember who was streaming after me. I think it might have been...
I think it was Cameron. Cameron was making fun of you for it for a while.
It was, yeah, Cameron. And, like, he starts streaming, and, like, they're like, no, there was legit consoling over stream. Like, I put the headset down. I'm like, oh, shit. Are you okay? He was, like, showing me his pass or something like that. Oh, no, his little Pirates thing. Because when you do the Pirates of the Caribbean ride as a kid, they, like, sign you up to be a pirate. I guess. Okay. And that's what he got. I smacked him in the face for it. So thank you for giving me that opportunity as well.
Many memories.
Great memories. Yeah.
It's like, my favorite book is Final Fantasy. And I was like, oh my God, this thing jumped the shark.
No, what happened is you're like, wait, it's not a book. And you're like, wait a minute. No, it's not. You can't do that. You can't. You can't say the name of the series.
This can't both be a Final Fantasy game and reference Final Fantasy.
It's not like Game of Thrones where each book they say the name at some point where they're like, it is truly a feast for crows. Like, that works, but you can't be like, this is truly the Final Fantasy. And like everyone looks at the camera for like 5 seconds and then like resumes whatever they were doing. That's how it felt in this game. I'm like, Jesus. And it was instantaneous. Like you said, it's like fucking 5 minutes in. He's like, do you know Final Fantasy? And he's like nudging you. And you're like, yes, I know Final Fantasy. Yes, stop.
It would be as if James Bond went and said that his favorite movie was like fucking Die Another Day or something.
Yeah, like current James Bond, like the last James Bond movie. Yeah, it'd be that ridiculous.
It would be that stupid.
Or like he's playing Nightfire or something, and like he gets called on a mission, and you're like, what?
That's the stupidest thing.
Why would there be a Nightfire game? He's real in this universe. What the fuck?
Whitey Lux. So apparently her curse in her real world is that she was born immediately with white hair.
So she's an albino.
I don't know what the fuck she is, but apparently she has white hair. Now, her story, as was translated through the Game Boy Advance version of this game, was that she would wake up every morning and her mom would dye her hair in order for her to have a normal existence. No, first off, there's something chemically crazy with her hair if she has to diet every day, which she flat out says, I played this scene twice, and I had to make sure that, in fact, this was correct. Every day she dyes her hair, and her mom cries over it. Every day.
So really, her hair is brittle and just breaks. Like, you touch it, and it just, like, snaps off and, like, slowly swoops down to the ground like a feather.
Number one,
tufts.
Nobody thinks anything wrong with white hair. Like, straight up white hair,
nobody cares.
No one cares.
Yeah, like, what's that guy's name? The comedian dude that has white hair. He's had white hair since he's like 20.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking famous.
I got a guy who I know that I did play with. Dude was like 27, white hair.
Nobody cares.
White hair. And you know what? It did not matter to him in any way because that guy was knee deep.
And it wasn't in white hair.
It's something.
It could be.
Okay? All right? He had no problem. White hair did not stop anything. I guess platinum blondes weren't awesome in 2002. Whatever. Okay. That's what it is, but still.
Every day.
First off, who gives a shit if you got white hair? That's number one. Number two, you don't have to dye that shit every day. There's something wrong if you have to dye it every day. And no shit, I'd be like crying if I were her mom because you're like covered in chemicals. There's something wrong. It's getting into your teeth.
Yeah, it's eating your fucking fingers away. You're breathing it in. You're getting cancer from the fumes. Like your hair dye budget is bigger than your mortgage.
Oh my God, it's worth. She had to give up her cigarettes in order to buy hair dye.
Yeah,
hair dye every day.
Horrifying. All for this child.
This is so stupid.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest fucking story, and especially that side plot. I can't think of a worse one. Maybe YRP.
Oh, definitely YRP.
This is fucking stupid. And and it commits the sin. So at the beginning of the game, everybody tries to help this little sniveling piece of shit kid at the beginning of the game, right? Because he's being picked on at the snowball fight. And here's what the people who made the game do. They make him the bad guy. At the beginning of the game, they go, don't pick on this kid. You know, he's just... And then they're like, no, you need it. This is the message that I'm receiving from this game. No, fucking stop that kid because he's going to be a piece of shit when he gets to the kingdom.
Don't be a pussy. That's what Tactics Advance is.
God, what is this?
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. So, don't be a pussy.
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance does not know how hair dye works.
No son of mine is going to be a sniveling little bitch.
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Final Fantasy within Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Yeah, don't pick on the little weaklings because otherwise they'll come back to bite you in the ass.
Only the strong survive. That's what this game is. You see that little weak one? You gotta stomp it out. You gotta snuff him out. Cut it.
Otherwise, he'll fucking do some weird magic shit. And you're gonna be stuck in a kingdom without your.
He's gonna eat some bad food, and you're gonna be in an awful world where he's ruling, and he's fucking
honestly.
ruthless.
Keep throwing the snowballs with the rocks in it. Keep doing it.
Yeah. In the beginning,
make him bloody.
Yeah, I had a theory that the game was based off of his like coma dream after getting hit with the rock. I mean, of course, we do see the magical book, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty bullshit. But like, it still could be a dream of that. But see, here's what I'm thinking it actually is. I'm thinking it's a dream within a dream. This is Inception within Final Fantasy, because it doesn't make sense for these people to play Final Fantasy within the world. That doesn't make sense. What I think it is, I think this game is a direct sequel to Lightning Returns, which I know it came out before Lightning Returns did, but bear with me here, because Lightning Returns...
So Lightning Returns is a prequel.
It's a prequel. It ends with the reforming of the world, and it's Earth at the end, right? Super Super fucking stupid. Super fucking stupid. Awful ending to the Lightning trilogy. Just terrible. I think this game is one of those people who had some bad food, hallucinated, created this group of characters. They then hallucinated and incepted into a new dream. And so the guy from Lightning Returns is trying to like find some magic within his own world through the dreams of himself and his dream character. It's like Lightning Returns, Inception, and fucking Assassin's Creed all bundled into one, where they're like trying to go back in time and like find ancient artifacts so that they can take them for their New World Order bullshit. That's what this game is. It's a direct sequel to Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns.
They do. I think they do level up with you, but they aren't sick.
What they do is they're the average level of your party. And what happens in this game is they constantly throw new party members at you.
That you aren't going to use.
That you're not going to use. So you're fighting guys that are like level 10 when you're level 30 almost.
Okay.
So you're fucking
must be what it
destroying
is.
them.
Okay, that makes sense now. Why I can
Well, you fucking steamroll
I only
the
had
poor
Marsh in it.
clans.
Well, that is nice, though.
I soloed one with Marsh.
And I'll tell you why that is nice. It's because in the original Tactics, I remember I got to a point where I wanted to grind. Or I needed to grind. I needed to level up. But I couldn't even beat the random battles. So I was in deep frustration. But in this game, sure, they're half the level. And now that you've told me that, I didn't know that. Sure, they're half the level of you. But you will get, some XP by fighting them.
Yeah.
And if you need to get yourself out of a rut, you can.
Yeah, you can just leave.
You can't fucking do that in the original one. You just got to keep fucking pounding until you get lucky enough to kill one of the random battles of like 20 fucking monks that are there to ass rape you. God, dude.
The monks, yeah.
I never. That's an improvement.
The monk death squad.
The monk
you
special
Buddhist,
forces
you Buddhist,
unit.
bro?
God damn it,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
Don't even fucking...
Oh, shit, I'm not Buddhist.
The pain in my heart thinking about that shit is horrible.
They got their bandanas. Fucking losers. I died.
Yeah.
I had one death game over before the final fight. One. And that was Matius.
Oh, I had a couple.
I had one time. And then the final fight took me like 3 hours to beat.
Ugh.
And I was up there like I wasn't punching things. That's usually what I do. Because my girlfriend was sitting there sleeping, so I don't want to start like punching the metal bed frame. Like that is a go-to because you got to feel the pain to like chill out, right? That's the fix.
Never
That's
felt that in my life.
It's the fix, man. And I'm up there, and I seriously, I just like I put the game down, and I just like grabbed my knees, and I just like fucking. It's like I needed to take a huge shit, and it just wasn't coming out. And I'm just like,
what if you did take a shit?
And I'm just sitting there, like, just making these little, like, noises, just like, fuck it. Oh, fuck it. Because, like, 30 minutes at a time, 30-minute chunk. And I would get to the end tier of this boss fight. The first two were not that hard. But there's, like, so much dialogue. And I don't care about it. I didn't care about it the first time. I didn't care about it the second time. I didn't care about it the fifth, sixth time when I beat it. Like, it... And then I get past that, right? I get past all of the bullshit, and then I get in there, and the fucking final fight, she just destroys everybody immediately one of the times. Immediately. I get in there, and she casts, I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I blocked it out of my memory. She casts it, and it wiped everybody. And Marsh has the little, like, angel ring on, so he got back up, whoop-de-fucking-do, and then the other 7 enemies came and, like, slowly and methodically destroyed me. I'm like, oh, shit, Phoenix down, I'll try to get this guy up, and then they're like, nope, there's another big fucking AoE attack, fuck you. And it's like, and that happened, I died to that Uber attack, I think 3 of the deaths. Like, it just kept happening. And then the time I won, she didn't do it at all. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you and your RNG, you piece of shit. There are people out there that probably just beat this and don't even know that move exists. They don't know.
She used it on me the first time, and Marsh survived.
It fucking destroys.
And so I lost the game.
It's sick. It's like, I'm like, holy shit.
Second time she didn't use it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, second time. Here's the thing with you
surge
and cords.
protectors. I know.
This is you and your relationship with cords.
I've corrected it recently. Those
I'm
are
looking at a pile.
those are cords that belong there. Those are charger cords and the cords for the headset. Those are fine.
Let me explain to you how cords are supposed to work. They don't go to the outside. They go behind.
But these cords have to go to the outside. They're charger cords. And I have an extra one over there because my headset requires a cord.
But like your hard drive cord should not come out. It should go behind.
The big problem, though, is that I also have VR stuff that I was doing, so I couldn't have it plugged in.
Schweiss, I've had a relationship with you for 2 years. 4 years, God damn it. Because of
You're
this
gonna come
show.
out right now?
All right. Yeah, I'm coming out right now. Coming out of the closet right now. Here's the deal. Schweiss cannot handle cords. He just can't. The idea of taking more than 1.5 seconds to handle a cord correctly destroys him. So he has broken more cords than the fucking cat.
Bullshit. You are the only man here that's broken a mic cord. I have never broken a cord on my microphone once. I may have broken one on Cameron's one time, but never my own. And you shorted your own cord out.
Exhibit A.
Hey, I didn't
are all these little cords that we've had to buy 3 fucking times here because they get fucked up because Mr. Impatient, when he's pulling and pushing back in cords, is not fucking taking the time to making sure that there's not a kink in the cord when he's taking them out or putting them back into the goddamn mixer.
The cords are just trash.
Or when there's cords like in front of the thing, or the webcam cord gets fucked up, or Schweiss, you have fucked up so many goddamn cords. I don't know. You probably started out with 6 cell phone chargers slash PS4 controller charging cords. How many are you down to now that actually work properly without having to be like, well, this one you have to twist around, put one end in your anus and then have it come back down into the PS4 in order to actually get the little charge thing to light up.
Look,
how many actually function properly, Schweiss?
With a cord relationship, it's not supposed to be easy. You got to work at it.
No.
So that's what you got to do.
You have to do it gently.
You got to hang them from a fucking ledge at a certain angle so that it pulls it just right and connects those little metal pieces that aren't connected anymore.
It's not even just the cord relationship. It's the port that the cord goes into. So how many ports have you fucked up? How many cords have you fucked up in your life, Schweiss?
The ports on my computer it's a known issue with the computer.
Okay.
And the USB.
It did work before, though, right?
Not for very long. It was like 4 days. Okay. And then because the motherboard I have, you have to reset it to get the USB cords to work. So they just don't work. Like, it's just part of the motherboard. It's a defect that it has. So that's not me.
And the years of me having to deal with your external speakers being in like different places, being on the floor, and then the cords get all tangled up.
I don't use them.
And you're
that's
like,
why.
fuck it, I'm gonna manhandle this thing away instead of just like unplug it. Take it out, unhook it gently.
I'm sorry, I'm not dainty enough.
You have to be dainty with the goddamn cords, Schweiss.
No, you don't.
Otherwise, you have to fucking buy new cords because you fucking can't handle the goddamn cords.
Most of it, honestly, most of the USB ones, it's because of the fucking the fact that I have to plug my.
No idea, guys. Guys, you have no idea how much the cord pain has caused me. I had to get a fucking thing under this table to hold cords because I knew so many cords being under the table, Schweiss is going to be like kicking them and like twisting them. And,
dude,
like,
you're the one that moves. You're the one.
I'm
telling. No, you did that to me. Oh, wait, no. Who choked who with the cord? I think didn't we use a cord, or was the cord just like part of the like tussle we had?
We had a tussle.
I don't think any of us.
One of us was wearing headphones, and the headphones came off, or something like.
We ripped the mic cord completely in half.
A cord was underneath one of the chairs.
Oh, okay.
The chair was pulled.
I had thought about choking you with the cord. I think is what happened.
Oh,
it didn't actually happen.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have worked out for you.
The cord would have broke. These things are shit.
Anyway,
Same way
it's
it
not
broke.
them being shit, Schweiss. It's your inability to handle them. Thank you for
You
all the
are
cheers.
you are the only one here that's broken a mic cord, and you've broken 2 because you can't. You just keep moving. I don't move. You keep moving the mic. That's I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, but there's an episode on this show where my mic's on and yours is off, and you were in front of it.
The mic wasn't there. I think it was just unplugged a little bit. There was nothing wrong with the cord.
Oh, okay. I guess the last cord we had break was a while ago.
Yeah.
Because these we don't have room to do anything
So what's
with.
my
'cause they're
what's
like
my cord break count?
3 feet long. 2, and 1 was only half your fault.
Would you call that fight my fault?
I'd say
Schweiss?
halfway, yeah. It's about 50-50.
The guy who doesn't start the fight is not at fault for the fight. Schweiss.
You might not have started it by touching me, but you did. You did incite the rage.
I called you the C word, yeah.
You don't
Yep,
do
I
that
did.
often. And I couldn't fight
No,
you.
I don't do it often.
I couldn't fight you the last time you did it because I was driving.
But you were being especially
See-ish.
C-ish that day. Okay?
I can accept that.
I've said the C word like 4 times in my life, Schweiss.
Almost all of it
2
is to
times
me.
to you.
I command
The other
half.
times have been to
I command
FedEx
half
boxes.
of your. I command half of your C. Oh man, that's sad. How many more times I've said that word? I think I've said that word more times this week than you have in your life.
That's probably
Mostly yesterday.
It's just
Mostly
it's the one word that I just don't like. It just makes me feel sick.
Seems to be the problem. Bad cramps,
Nice.
even when it's not my period. Hold on.
The hell was that from?
It was a fucking ad. Oh jeez.
Just started. I don't give a shit. It's fine. It's fine.
Is that the one you use?
Would improve the quality of our recordings. And one of the things that he cites is the Black Sabbath cover, which was real drums.
Yeah, that was actual Joe drums.
Yeah, here's the thing that's funny to me, Farts. Now, I understand that you knew it was a joke, and I understand that your douchey fucking comment was taken out of context or whatever. But the FF Tactics ticks joke, to me, it's not only funny because of the lyrics and that it's instead of frantic tick 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 tock, which is a stupid lyric.
Oh, yeah, very stupid.
It's replaced with tack tick 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 ticks, and then all the lyrics are replaced, which Schweiss did. That is funny to me. It's just funny to me. Okay. On top of that, the fact that it's the entire fucking song
Yeah.
is also really funny to
And
me.
we acknowledge that Frantic is not a good song. Like I still listen to it and I enjoy it but it's not a good song. It's not. It's awful. It's terrible. There are worse songs on there, trust me, but this is at the bottom of Saint Anger, which is at the bottom of Metallica, which is at the top of bands of all time. So, put that where you will. You can't just do half a joke, though. And if we made the song shorter, it would have been half of a joke. It has to be the full thing. You have to go balls deep, or you
right.
don't go at all. And
And-
that's what we did with that 6-minute cover of
and
that
making
fucking song.
making fun of the shitty recording of it. I did one take. I got stereo guitars going on. Of course, you get the mono version of the podcast. It doesn't fucking matter. Got stereo guitars going on. I got one guitar on the left-hand side, one guitar on the right-hand side. I did one fucking take and just went through the entire song. So, to me, the shittiness of the song, the shittiness of the guitar work, the shittiness of the entire thing is hilarious to me. And the fact that it's like 6.5 fucking minutes long is also hilarious to me. So I'm sorry you didn't like our joke. I don't give a fuck. I love that cover.
Natural History, it's very behind the glass.
It's like this dinosaur, this dinosaur, this dinosaur.
There are some that are like hanging up and shit, but in the one here, it's like it's set up like their environment and like they're everywhere. So
That's why you
pretty
paid
cool.
that price. It's the primo, we're the best dinosaur museum on the planet price.
That and probably the sand pit, where you could like
Where you can play,
phones,
you can play in the sand for 2 hours.
Yeah, I did not play in the sand, but
I totally did. When I was a kid, I played it there quite a few times.
Yeah.
That was like a once every other month trip.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably couldn't have done it now because it's fucking
No,
brutal.
I would have probably looked like a pedophile in there.
Yeah, you're just sitting there with full beard, just like playing with the sand. Like, hey Johnny, can you hand me that brush? I think I found a bone over here. I'm covering something big.
I'll either look like a creep or a really good dad.
Yeah, there you go. It's
one of the two.
With no child. Anyway, yeah, great.
They don't have to know that. Slow for Final Fantasy
compared to other games, yeah, which is surprising, but because the DS was such a huge hit, I guess the A2 just didn't quite.
And Tactics Advance sold more than that.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
It sold at least double that, from what I remember. So the game's setting, rather than taking place in some sniveling shite of a child's coma dream, Final Fantasy Tactics A2 takes place in the actual world of Evil East.
I would do enough damage on one, then the orb would move to the other side of the map. It takes like 3 turns to move across the map too.
Yeah.
And then of course the big orb is healing the small orb that you have to kill, and it would heal him past what I had taken him down.
So yeah,
I kid you not, Schweiss, I think I told you how long it was on.
It took 2 hours.
It was fucking 2 hours of me doing that,
yeah.
and I said, "Fuck it. This is the never-ending cycle of I'm gonna go do damage, heal myself a couple times on the way, while it heals itself, and we're just never gonna get anywhere."
Let me set the stage for the final boss real quick. So you start out on this platform, and this giant fist comes through, and the fist is there fucking you, right? You're getting fisted by the fist. So the fist, the main thing that the fist does is massive damage over a distance, and the most fuckery thing that it does out of all is it teleports you from the top where the main boss's brain is, and summons you right back down to the fist. So you got that to deal with, right? You go up to the top. I'm like, okay, the top has a lot of health, but I can kill it. I have a fucking move that does 400 damage. So I bring my guy up there. I cast haste on my white monk. I'm like, fucking going. I'm like, this guy's gonna charge. This guy's got the American flag. We're planting that fucker right on that moon. This is our land. And then I go up there and he's alone. And I was like, oh shit. Because I hit it. And then suddenly this little white orb appears. And this orb teleports from area to area on the map. And the orb, when the orb exists, the main brain is invincible. So I'm up there with this fucking, my most powerful character with the ultimate move. I can't do shit, and I could not get away. I couldn't get back down to my main guys because you got the fist that attacks you from a range. You got the fucking orb that'll zap you, and then you got the brain that'll attack you too.
Join us for those.
Twitch.tv/Ultima.
Yeah. Join us and teach us how to play this game that we know nothing about.
All right. Let's get out of here, Schweiss.
All right, guys. Until next week, as always, enjoy the grind. Oh man, that sounds beefy in these headphones.
They don't care.
They do.
What's your grades?
I'm gonna go B- for the shrimp. Or not shrimp, for the beef.
Okay.
I'll go C, a standard flat C for the chicken.
So for the beef, you gave it a B.
B-,
For
yeah.
Chicken, you give it a C.
A C, and then I'm gonna go
pattern here.
I'm gonna go D+ for the shrimp.
D+
it's fine,
for the shrimp.
But it's not really that shrimpy, and I kind of like the taste of shrimp a lot. So it's kind of disappointing that one doesn't have it. And it has that seafoody smell, so like you expect it to have a bit of a shrimp punch, but Lightning just doesn't bring the thunder. You know, Lightning just does not bring the thunder this time.
How long were you on that one?
I honestly just came up with it.
Okay,
I just started now. I wish it was something I was holding.
Stumble into that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She just didn't bring it this time.
Lightning didn't
No.
bring the thunder.
It was just a strike and silence afterwards.
Oh my God. All right. Well, because I was talking about, I told the story about I couldn't fucking get the door open because there's lube all in your hand.
You're like, no, I can't wash up.
I couldn't get the fucking door handle open.
Yeah.
So.
Just imagine if you were in like a new house and like there were no clothes anywhere nearby. You'd have to like just wipe your hands, your lube hands on the carpet. So like the smell is never going to come out.
I'm going to smell this lube for weeks.
Yeah. I just hope.
I don't
that,
have any more thoughts on this.
I hope. No. Here's what I hope. Here's what I hope happens. I hope there's a Japanese kid who has a Final Fantasy podcast, and his dad always comes in. And he's like, "Why you know Ultima?
You know Ultimate!
Oh, wow.
And then he goes back and he like creates a new episode, like twice as good as the one before, trying to become the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast that his father
See,
wants
that
him
was
to do.
if that was supposed to be a Japanese guy, that was incorrect.
I know. That's like my South Park Asian.
The guys in South Park can do a Chinese accent and a Japanese accent. They can do them separately, and they're actually pretty darn, like, they're over the top and crazy, but they're pretty darn good at, like, being able to separate. I could tell them. Come on. Get your shit together.
That's what I
son.
hope happens, though.
Get your racist, terrible shit together. And I said, okay, well, I saved. I don't have to fight those guys again. If I have to fight the dragon, it's fine. I'm not sure if I glitched it, or maybe I did just bump the camera. I don't know. I go into my old save file. I go through that maze again with the camera turned in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I walk into that room and it's normal. And I Schweiss, you saw what I saw though, man. I brought it over here to show you what was happening to me. I would go into the room and it would just be black. No one said anything about, well, maybe this room in particular, this is the one room in the entire fucking game where you can have a view that is completely black if you are in one specific direction.
Yeah.
So it turns out that Vagrant Story didn't glitch at all, guys.
Game's fine.
Didn't glitch at all. The game is fine. I am a fucking idiot. Is really what the thing was. So that's what I said. When you find out what just happened, you're going to laugh. Titus was swimming upwards. Always upwards. He was a splendid swimmer.
He broke through the wall and the light dazzled him. It sounds like a sperm egg, like, analogy here. Titus was swimming upwards, always upwards. He was a splendid swimmer. He broke through the wall.
Oh my
and
God.
the light dazzled him. He's being conceived right now.
Shit.
Then he discovered the white and azure world, which was extending beyond the boundary.
Preparations. Show yourself in your best light. Make a good impression. But before all that, you can rest here if you want.
She was indicating the highest tent of the village. Titus recognized the Crusaders' dormitory. What do they do these days?
Those days, these days, whatever that means, these days, whatever they want. Yuna's room is inside the temple, in the same place as always.
Oh.
Waka said teasingly.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, all right.
Huh? You sure you want to sleep in there with the Crusaders, yeah? Sure you don't want to go get a little slice of the Yuna, man?
Wow.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do that as his voice now.
Yuna, man.
Yeah, you want some Yuna, man? Go carve you off a slice of the old Yuna.
I know it's unbelievable,
Riku answered.
but I have seen it with my own eyes, and I must acknowledge that if I had wondered about this, I would be dead before understanding what was happening.
I would be dead before understanding what was happening, too.
I wonder what was happening with that paragraph.
I don't know. I will probably be dead before I understand. No day off. Just 8 hours after I leave, I come in. And one of the days I was almost 2 hours late.
I would have said no.
I told him,
I can't do that.
I told him not to do that anymore. I was like, look, man, if you want me to be here, you can't expect someone to come in 8 hours after they leave. Like, I'm not tired when I'm done here. It's all physical.
This
I'm
is
wide
why
awake.
people who have night shifts die like 10 years earlier than everyone else. It's because of this shit.
Yeah, it's because it's not just a night shift. It's a sometimes day after night.
It's a swing and a night and you can't do that.
So, yeah, I told him no, but he did it anyway. But the thing is like, the man doesn't care. And it's like this weird prison sex mentality with him. It's like, well, you know, they told me to pick up the soap and fuck me in the ass. So now you're going to have to pick up the soap and I'm going to fuck you in the ass.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, well, the difference is I'm probably not going to feel you there, you little midget motherfucker. And secondly, like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, to me, it's like, I don't care what you had to deal with. Like, I don't fucking care. I have a fair amount of patience, a surprising amount of patience given, like, me and what I am and what I do. Surprising amount. But, like, for that, I don't care what you've had to do, man. I don't care if it was so hard for you when you started out and, like, it was just so much and you want to resonate that within every other person that comes in, like, this is how it felt for me when I started here. Like, I don't care how it felt for you because I
am not you. You are a weak follower put in a leadership role. I'm not that.
Okay.
So I hate the guy. I fucking hate him.
If you fuck him, yeah, afterwards, if you're like one of those like crazy guys. If you're talking about like a serial killer or just like a murderer. So I believe there's a difference. There's like one guy who gets off on killing.
And then one guy who just has a few people that need to get got.
Yeah.
If you will.
I think those are different people.
Okay, I guess I would probably be.
So
the
if you
guy
like
who-
fuck his corpse, that'd be a much different
worst
situation.
case scenario, I beat off on his corpse's face. Worst case scenario.
Have you ever gone to juvie or anything like that? Troy?
No.
Okay, so they don't have your DNA in the system.
No,
yet?
yeah, they have nothing.
Okay,
yet.
don't do the 23andMe. That's how you find,
That's how you get in.
that's how you find people now.
Emily Mentos on Final Fantasy 14. Thank you for your longtime support. Thank you for all you do for our 14 community, which is really you guys' 14 community with us every like 2 years. Anyway, thank you for the funds. It keeps us running, and hope you guys enjoy today's episode.
Shut this podcast down. Just let me finally beat this fucking game. Vagrant stories driving me crazy. Faces for me, beat the Guildenstern. Give me back my fucking life. Shit, if I could, I'd burn my eyes just to have an excuse not to play this game. The game boots up, the game boots up, the game boots up, and I die a little more. The game boots up, the game boots up, the game boots up. Each time I try, I die a little more. Ooh, I die a little more. The vagrant feeling, it ruins my life. The vagrant story takes all my time. I'm kicking over furniture. I cannot sleep, gotta beat the boss. I found a slightly better weapon. Let's see if this is what will work. Fuck, it didn't work, nothing fucking works. Phantom pain's a fucking joke. When guilty boy decides it's time. You fool, why'd you even try? The game boots up, the game boots up, the game boots up, and I die a little more. The game boots up, the game boots up, the game boots up. Each time I try, I die a little more. Ooh, I die a little more. The vagrant story, it ruins my life. The vagrant story takes my time away. I wait for this game to find a favorite story. Makes me then that vagrant feeling, it makes me pay, yeah. Vagrant feeling, ooh, makes me pay. Get the fuck, that doesn't work. I just wanna get the fuck out of this room. I rage, restart, revive this game. I hate it all. Why me? I cannot live with a game like this. I wanna cry, I wanna scream. I rage, I glaze, I hurt, I hate. I wanna hate it all over.
Welcome to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate in Metallica Final Fantasy podcasting.
PP number on your weapon. Another system in your weapon inventory, the PP number.
Yeah.
Which is, I found out, is based upon. So there was a forum post about how to raise your PP, but not what the fuck
I know
to do
how,
with
I
it.
know how to raise my PP.
So your phantom pain number is, I think, what that stands for. I'm not entirely
It is.
sure. Okay, all right. So every time you hit with your weapon for the first time, you'll do a certain amount of damage. So if you do 40 damage, I believe you'll get 4 PP points. So if you do a lot of damage with your weapon, and that doesn't count chains, it just counts the first time that you hit something, your PP points will go up. So if you're doing a lot of damage, you'll have a lot of PP points. And there's a certain max amount of PP points per weapon in the game, and you, of course, have up to 6 weapon slots in the game. And if you're not using your PP, which I believe that the abilities you were using, the break abilities, what the fuck do you call those? I'm sorry. You were using it to stop the final
The break
boss.
arts?
The break arts. I believe those might use PP in range. I had not lined up quite enough. He was like barely there, and I hit him for like 2 points of damage.
And he stopped it.
And then he stopped the hit, and I was able to like switch my weapon and run to him and kill that cunt. Kill him dead. Oh! And then just like, it wasn't even relief, because I still feel like I haven't beat the game. Like in my heart,
You know.
like, it's still like, it still hurts like what happened. Like, I'm still dealing with how much fucking time I spent last week on this guy.
In Mother Vagrants, game beat you.
Oh my god, dude.
That's how
I
it
didn't do
feels.
anything for 2 days because of this game. I didn't do anything, and I was at the end of the game.
Well, here's what happened. So at the very end of the game, you went into Pandemonium, which is an area that you're no longer protected by your matron, by Tits McGee.
Tits McGee.
By Corella de Tits.
Okay. All right, there we go.
And so
better.
you're no longer protected by Corella de Tits. Let me give you just a taste of what we fucking had to. A small taste of what we had to suffer
Please,
through.
God.
Target acquired.
Yeah, let's say that.
Target acquired.
He's matching the music's pitch.
It's
Target
awful.
acquired.
And then this here. This one I laughed at pretty heartily.
You kidding me? I'm a think tank, yo.
I'm a think tank, yo. And that guy says yo all the
You
time.
are. All of you are so strong, you are.
Like we got fucking we got Yoda chick, we got targets.
Acquired. I laughed really hard too. I think people watched that on the stream.
I was like, Jesus. That was part that this all happened. All of these clips happened while I wasn't streaming. Like I was like, yeah, I'm going to do like half a level without streaming. And it was like gold. It was fucking voice acting gold in that time of me not streaming. And I was dying at the targets acquired guy. I was like, what the fuck?
Acquired.
It's like, man, this is why I didn't take the SAG-AFTRA like strike seriously. I was like, I'm surprised you get paid at all for this shit.
Burn.
This is Mia Khalifa for Beatrix. That's funny.
Mia Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Help me out. I know that name.
Oh, we just show her.
Oh wait, porn star. That's right. She sounds familiar, guys.
I'm seeing a lot of perusing.
Yeah,
going
I'm
on.
an adult now. It's like he looks like if he's a boy, he's a 12. He's a 12-year-old boy.
If he's a girl, who knows?
And I admitted to Schweiss because I was watching it, and there were like certain angles, certain lighting. I was like, if he had a little bit more makeup on,
Yeah.
I'd probably think he was all right looking as a chick.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I could see
Maybe a
that.
little bit more makeup and a little longer hair.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be attracted to this human being.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because him standing next to like one of his office buddies who's like maybe an inch
His
taller.
office buddy is a man.
Yeah, he's
That's
huge.
the
He's
adult
like-
now.
That guy's probably the office buddy is probably a small dude. He's like, it's like if Caleb were skinny. He's just kind of like not that big. He was a littler guy, but he looks like a fucking beast next to this little boy. That's like, I'm a man now.
God.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, it was hard to take
I'm
that
an
seriously.
adult now. It's like,
From the minute we saw the main character, it was like, I don't think you are. I think you're like 15. That seems the opposite of me.
Oh.
When work's going badly, I get home and I'm like, what is this on the floor? Why is this fucking Lego here? Like, it's the opposite for me. When work's going well, I'm okay.
I don't have a family, but I will say other people suffer from my misery.
Yeah. Misery loves company in the
And
U.S.
my misery is like 90% always caused by my day job. Like I'm walking on eggshells right now.
Yeah, with the
My homophobic comment.
yeah, you got to be careful. We did get shit.
All
for that
I'm
a while
saying
ago.
is I am not gay.
yeah.
In my own visual, it just doesn't. The reason I'm not gay is because I have a physical
Repulsion,
light. I would like a lighter word than repulsion, but
disgust. It's like repulsion light.
no, it's not. That's way worse. Like a repelling,
Oh, okay.
a repellent, a physical repellent.
All right.
to the
that is much softer than disgust.
yeah.
So that's
Sorry.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get married next time we have to play this game.
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, we should. So yeah, wedding ceremony with the Moogle, and then of course we get the twist that was definitely going to happen, and there's no way you couldn't see this from a fucking mile away. The really, really cute girl playing the girl. We see her in real life.
Yeah.
She's got her makeup on and shit, and I'm like, there's no way. This is so unrealistic. Like, come on.
Why would you be all dressed up to play Final Fantasy?
To play some Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah, it's like you should see
Yeah.
me when I played Final Fantasy 14. Like I am the schlubbiest I've ever been. Like yeah, I haven't showered for 2 days. Just fucking in my boxers, scratching my sweaty balls. Just got out, got a bowl of cereal. Just fucking there it is. Let's play.
Yeah,
Play
I
this
imagine.
fucking
Like,
game.
I'm not saying super attractive women don't play FF14. I am saying that they're definitely wearing sweats when they're doing it.
Yeah, you want to be cozy. You're not going to
Yeah.
be all dressed up and comfortable clothing. No need to
No.
edit. Like editing is for the weak. You know, it's for the
Editing is for
inexperienced.
weak.
It's storyboarding is for cowards. That's what it is. It's just do it, man. The art is to just do it.
Are
And
we
you're
the
either-
podcast Werner Herzogs?
Yeah, I think so. We're either
Yeah.
and you're either a podcaster or you're an editor. You can't be both. How about that? Alienate 90% of podcasts right there. Like, are you a podcaster or are you an editing booth? You decide.
What's funny, those people are probably like, your show's shit.
Yeah. They're like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, ours is massive, and so.
Ultima Final Fantasy is a podcast